Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
734. Go, Chief.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
New York set to take the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D. Leopard! Hey, you got 3.
Now White. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. James White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out come the Raiders. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey. 14. He's going deep. Get him.
Have it.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Raider 1.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6.
29. Deuce right, Chief. White Monday.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And New York set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Gone. Set. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll start the drive with a give to right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll begin here with Adams, and he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. In his own end zone, it's Carr. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it in their end zone, and that strip may have just saved this ball game for them. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
29.
They start on the ground with Adams. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
White.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. The stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Gun, 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 gun. Over, 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 over. Hot.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. And oh, he caught it up. And the Raiders pick it up. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
Five-man box. 5 down. $29.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
White.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
29. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98. 93.
On play action. Now Carr. And on the left left sideline. He caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Hey, 7:34.
On third and long, it's Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
7:34. Check 15. You got 56 there.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Back there in that belly. Here we go. Over.
He'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at him. Some guys on defense who just intercepted the pass and now break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Yo, Chief.
Back to the air on second down. Carr. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
808.
On first down, Carr. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Adams. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas now to add the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
On first down, Adams got some real estate inside the 30. There he goes, right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Brooks. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl with things.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down.
Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98. And later, 2.
The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 4.
On play action, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island. Hey, 734. 734.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Pushing through the contact. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And who's got it? The Giants. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Here's White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll drop the throw. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Pick it up.
He'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll set up to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The result there is the offense is going to come back on the field. A 1st down as they get 12 on the fake punt. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. In for the score. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Carr. Trying to improvise. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. On second down, Adams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
7:34.
Carr to throw on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. He completes it to Bryant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
6:18. 24.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out well. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of this is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
You got 56 there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
There we go. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown right there.
Here's Carr to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quick.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. James White, 81 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like what the coaches tell us. Well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Carr. And that is incomplete here.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Come here. 29. 29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Good set, fellas.
On 2nd down now, Adams. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16.
Get set. 180.
Check.
White.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
That's it.
Carr to throw. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. It's a critical win for him as it gets him to 9-6 on the year. And